Good morning, students. I, Akansha Mishra, your TGT science teacher, welcomes you all in your online class. Okay. In the last topic, the chapter we are discussed was about the getting to know plants. In that, I told you what are the plants, the green structure, the green plants, green trees that you can see all over your surroundings are the plants. Basically, I told you that they are of three types: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Okay, so what does the herbs are? Herbs are basically the plants that are just attached to the soil layer. Means they are not too tall. Okay, the small grasses which you can see. Grasses. They are called as the herbs. In the shrubs, you can see they are the small plants that are above the soil layer, and these are their roots. For this example, you can see the tulsi plant, the rose plants. In the trees, what the example is that you can see that the tall trees tall plants are to be called as the trees. Example you can see of the mango tree and the neem tree. Okay, so as in the plants, they are basically categorized into three categories, that is the herbs, shrubs, and the trees. In the herbs, the plants are very much attached to the soil, means just above the soil layer, and their roots are not so deeply rooted inside the soil layer. And the grasses are one of the example of the herbs. In the shrubs, you can see there are the small plants. Those are not very tall, but they are taller than the herbs one. They have the roots beneath the soil layer that are much stronger than the roots of the herbs. Means shrubs are stronger than the herbs in some condition, like the taller stem, thin stem, and the deeper rooted roots. And the example you can see of the tulsi and the rose. In the trees, you can see these are much more taller than the shrubs one, and they have too much deeper roots than the shrubs one. Okay, means weaker than stronger than the strongest. Okay, in this condition you can say that the trees example, if we talk about, those are the mango and the neem. Okay, so these are the basically three plants are categorized into three types, that is the herbs, shrubs, and trees. In last video I already told you about that, so no need to go through it again. After these herbs, shrubs, and trees, there are basically two more types of plants. Those are the creepers and the climbers. The simple thing is that creepers means रेंगने वाला and climbers means चढ़ने वाला. Okay, so creepers, what does it means? The plants, those roots or those stems are spread on the ground level. Okay, are to be called as the creepers. You can take example of the pumpkin. Okay, and if we talk about the climbers, they take support of the another tree to climb on it. Their stem climbs on the stem of the other tree. You can take example of the cuscuta for it. Okay, so basically the plants are to be categorized into five types, that is the herbs, shrubs, trees, and the creepers and the climbers. Their stems, one difference is in between the creepers and the climbers is that stems of the creepers are not much strong, they are the thin stem, but the stem of the climbers are the thick stem and the strong stem, because they have to climb on the trees and they have to take support from it. After this creepers and the climbers, we will discuss about the parts of the plant. As in the last class, I already told you that basically there are the five parts of the plants, starting from the root, stem, leaf, flowers, and the fruit. So basically, if we talk first about the stem, okay, In this plant, you can see these green leafy structures, green structures. You can see it here, students. These green structures are to be called as stem. Here are the roots, okay, floating under the water, and these are the leaves, okay. So as we are talking about the stem, they provide what they do. They provide support to the plant for their encouragement, support to the plant. They also form the surface for the leaf and the flowers, surface for the leaves and the flower, okay. As you have seen in the herbs, there is very much weaker stem, in the shrubs thin stem, and in the trees thick stem and the stronger stem, harder one, okay. So stem are basically varies or different in different categories, but basically the two main functions of the stem is to support to the plant, surface for leaf and flower, and also one thing to provide passage for the nutrients. Okay, students. So as in this plant, you can see that the stem and the roots are in the plant. Roots are below the water. That in this root, what happens? The nutrients are to be absorbed from the roots, and then after absorbing it from the root, the water or the nutrients goes in the stem, and then stem passes to other parts of the plant body. So in this way, we can say that stem provide passage for nutrients to the plant body so that they can prepare their food. Okay, students. So one thing or one activity you can do that, or you can see it here, like you need to take a glass and you need to put some water and some color in it. After that, you need to put a stem on it, plant stem little bit stronger in it, and then what you have to observe, you have to observe it that, or you will observe that this stem has some absorbed some of the color of the water. So it means that this stem absorb nutrients from the soil, and then from the soil by the help of root, and then after that it transfers to the all parts of the plant body. After the stem, students, we have our second part, that is the root. Basically, roots provide encouragement to the plant. They absorb nutrients from the soil. Okay, students, in this you can see that there are various roots here which absorb nutrients, and then they transfer these nutrients to the stem so that they can reach it to other parts of the body. And these roots, what they do, like these roots are in the water, but when they are in the soil, they allow encouragement of the plant or support system of the plant so that plant could stand straight in the plant. Okay, basically the roots are of different types, that is the tap roots and the lateral roots. Okay, we will discuss it later on, but you need to just learn one thing, that the root are of two types, that is the tap root, lateral roots, and one more, that is the fibrous root, that we will discuss it in next class. Okay, so after the stem and the root, here is a turn for the leaves. As you know that, just think that this is the root of a plant, this is the stem of the plant, these are the leaves of the plant. As these are the leaves of the plant, so what happens, here is the soil and the other nutrients. They absorb soil and nutrients from the root, then pass it to the stem, then stem passes it to the leaves as a passage, and after the leaves, as the nutrients and the minerals get to the leaves, leaves is a kitchen of the plant. Kitchen of the plant means in the leaf only the plant's food are to be prepared. Plant food are to be prepared by the help of a process that is the photosynthesis. Okay. This is the stem and here are the leaves. Students, leaves are the green leafy green structures that are the kitchen of the cell of the plants. Here students, you can see a structure of a leaf, okay, a leaf. If we draw the structure of a leaf here, students, just see it here. Okay, basically leaf are attached to the stem by a part that is the petiole. Okay, so this part of the leaf is called as petiole, and this part of the leaf, that is the fan blade like part, is to be called as the lamina. This part of the leaf is to be called as the lamina, and this part where you can see the middle part is to be called as midrib. And after the midrib, here you can see several branches like lines here. These branches like lines are to be called as the veins. Okay students, so you can see that from this petiole, the stem provides nutrition to the leaves, and after it comes from petiole to the midrib in the lamina part, the food is prepared and then is to be distributed by the veins in the part of the leaves, and then again it is distributed to other parts of the plant. Basically, if we talk about the veins, in the leaf there are basically two types of veins, that is the reticulate veneson and the parallel veneson. What is the veneson means? Veneson means the design of the branches, like you can see design of these lines from the midrib to the in the leaf lamina is to be called as veneson. So basically the leaf veneson is of two types, that is the reticulate veneson and the parallel veneson. In the reticulate veneson, you can see it here students, that here there are several branches like structures, okay, one coming one from the other. So these types of branchings or these types of lines emerging from the midrib are to be called as the reticulate veneson. And what happens in the parallel veneson, students, suppose it is a leaf, there are several these types of lines, they are to be called as the parallel veneson. Like you can see in this leaf, there are several types of parallel veneson here. Okay, if we talk about the example, you can take example of the mango for the reticulate veneson, neem leaves, banyan leaves, and the papaya leaves. They all have the reticulate veneson. But when we talk about the parallel veneson, we take example of the bamboo tree. Okay, bamboo tree. Like in this plant also, you can see there are several types of parallel venesons here. Here students, you can see in these leaves. So for today, we discussed three topics, that is the how many types of plants are there, like herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers, and the climbers. After that, we discussed what are the stems, what are the function of the stem, what are the roots, three types of roots, that is the taproot, lateral root, and the fibrous root. About these three types of root we will discuss later on. Before this, we discussed the leaves, function of the leaves, that is to prepare food for the plant and then to transfer it to other parts of the body, but they prepare this plant food by the process of the photosynthesis. Okay, by the help of a sunlight, you can tell, by the help of sunlight. Basically, the leaves part contains petiole, lamina, midrib, and the veins. Veins are of two types, that is the reticulate veneson and the parallel veneson. Reticulate veneson are the branching like designs or the branching like structure emerging from the midrib. Parallel veneson are the simple straight line that are parallel to each other in the leaves veneson. For the reticulate veneson, examples are the mango, neem, banyan, and the papaya. For the parallel veneson, the example is the bamboo tree. Next on further we will discuss it on. Just if you have any doubt, just ask me it once. Thank you.